Hi, I'm Ms. McLean, and this is a homework question from Chapter 3, Section 2, concerning Chebychev's inequality rule. So let's take a look at our problem. It says, what's the temperature? The temperature in a certain location was recorded each day for 2 months. The mean temperature was 23.1 degrees Fahrenheit. So this is important. So if you're taking notes for this problem, I would jot down mu equals 23.1. So we're going to need that to help calculate our solution with a standard deviation of 4.5 degrees Fahrenheit. So that's important as well. So they told us sigma, I would jot down sigma equals 4.5. What can you determine about these data by using the Chebychev's inequality with k equals 3? Okay, so that's important as well. It's telling us that k is 3. So that gives us a lot of information in order to answer their question. So their question is at least what percent of the days had temperatures between, and we have 2 different values that we're going to have to put as well. Okay, so I'm actually going to switch my screen with you so you can see my scratch work for this problem. Right, and so the first thing, let me fix my camera real quick. So the first thing is that you need to memorize Chebychev's inequality rule, which is the percent equals 1 minus 1 over k squared. Now I didn't jot down for this problem that they told us k is 3, so that's important. Okay. All right, so I've got my mu, I have my sigma, and I have my k. So the first question they wanted to know was the percentage. So they told us k, so we're going to put in 3 for k, and then I'm going to go to my calculator and let my calculator calculate this for me. Okay, so I'm going to put them a little light so you can see my screen a little better. There we go. Let's get out that glare. Okay, so let's type 1 minus 1 ABC 3 squared. So that's how you type in your fraction, hit your ABC key. And when I hit equals, I am getting a fraction. Now they're going to want a decimal in the homework. So let's hit the second PRB button. See that FD? That's to go from a fraction to a decimal. So when I hit equals, there's that decimal. Okay. Now, since it's a percentage, we need to actually move our decimal 2 places. Okay, so really that decimal is going to land right here. And really this 8 is going to round up to 9. Okay, so the percentage that we're looking at is 88.9%. Okay, so that's the first answer that we're going to place in our homework question. Okay, the second part was that it asks for the values that are in between. Okay, so we're going to have 2 values, and what we're doing is we're saying that 88.9% of data is going to fall between those 2 values. Okay, so it's going to look like this. You can almost create like a little number line to where mu is going to be in the middle. And what we're going to do is we're going to add sigma 3 times because they told us k is 3. That means we're going to take our sigma and we're going to add it 3 times. And that's going to give us our data value on the right. And then of course on the left, we're going to subtract sigma 3 times. And that's going to give us the data value on the left. Okay, so we're going to say that in between these 2 data items, 88.9% of data, so it's a lot of data, is falling between these 2 values. Okay. All right, so let's go to our calculator and let's calculate this. Okay, so we're going to begin with mu and we're going to add sigma 3 times. Or of course, you can do 4.5 times 3. You get the same thing. So we're getting 36.6. And now we want to change that and we want to get the left side. So we want to subtract. Okay, so I'm going to subtract 4.5 3 times and we get 9.6. Right, so there's our solutions. We have our percentage and we have our 2 data values. So I'm going to go ahead and change my screen so we can place it into our homework question in Alex. Right, so okay, percentage. Let's type 89.9%. So it doesn't look like they specified how to round. Okay, so we're going to give that a try. And then I'm just typing in the data items that we found. Right, let's see if they'll mark it correct. Oh, they're not. Okay, so let's see. It says one of the digits in your answer is wrong. Okay, so maybe they don't want the decimal. I bet you they just want the percentage. So let's give that a try. There it is. Okay, so that is kind of odd that they didn't want the decimal. Okay, so we rounded up. I don't know if you noticed that, but we had 88.9 and we changed that to 89% instead. Okay, so we just rounded up to the nearest percentage. Okay. All right, so I hope you found this homework question helpful in your learning. Of course, if you have further questions, feel free to email me.